Hey there, this is Kat Novak, and I'm going to walk you through assembling your string animals. So this is what they'll look like when they're completed. I'm going to set these to the side. In your kit, you're going to find a bag of googly eyes, the felt pieces for like the small felt pieces for like the ears and the paws and the nose. The bee wings will be kind of separate. You'll have 3 chipboard shapes of your critters, and you're going to have your yarn for the fox, the bee, and your fish. So on your chipboard, you're going to have some tape. It might be slightly different from this one, but it will be a double-sided tape. You're going to peel off the kind of the pinkish color before you begin. On the bee, you're going to want to make sure you don't either, if you start with the antennas, I would recommend doing the body first and then doing your antennas. So to take all this off. So I think I'm going to start with the fox. So I'm going to move all the other items kind of out of my way, and I don't really need to start with that. So you will kind of need a fingernail or something to kind of pull that up. Sometimes they're trickier than others to remove. And the other thing, actually, not even thinking through this, you're actually going to want to wait on the tail part because the tail is going to be white. So, or you could start with the tail. I'm going to start with the body because I feel like do the big part first. So I'm going to leave these 3 on so that I can do the tail with them. Now the tape is there to kind of help hold it in place as you're wrapping. So the first step is to pull these off. Sometimes the static electricity with them is pretty awful and it will stick to your fingers, and I apologize, but there's really nothing I can do about that. Today seems to be a good day for me. So I'm going to pull these off. And they, like I said, they may be different thicknesses and they may have a different color red, but it's all double-sided tape. I just sometimes have trouble getting the same materials. All right. Almost there. Okay. And last one. All right. So I kind of put your tail in that little area there. So you can start anywhere on your fox. It doesn't matter, but just find a place to stick, and you're going to just start wrapping. Just kind of change your direction. Like sometimes along these long edges, this is when it's beneficial to really help push it down to get it to adhere, so you can change directions. But there's really, you know, no wrong or right way to do this. It's just have fun wrapping it. You have plenty of yarn, so you should probably even have some left over. I just rolled off the table, which is totally fine because it makes it sometimes easier. And it's definitely beneficial when you're trying to cover some of these tips to use that tape. Just kind of, all you gotta do is just press into it. then just, you know, make up however you want to loop it. You might then decide you want to just do a little bit of an area and kind of get that one filled in before moving on. But really just have fun with it. There's no wrong way to do this. Just trying to get a little bit on those corners. And you're just going to wrap until you're comfortable with the amount of coverage of the orange for your fox. Trying to grab the end of my yarn that's gone to the floor. I think I'm pretty comfortable with how much I've got on there. Holy cow, I'm all twisted. Well, that's crazy. All right. That's about all the yarn I have left. So I still have extra. I could continue to wrap this if I wanted to, or, you know, if I want just to finish it out, but I think I'm going to go ahead and stop. So you will need a pair of scissors. And of course I've misplaced mine. But what we're gonna do is you're gonna grab these glue dots. And the glue dots are very sticky, so be aware. And you're going to want to just find a spot on the back side, kind of press that down in. Oops, don't want to get two of them. And tie off that end. I'm going to grab some scissors real quick. All right, there we go. Okay, so there's my orange. As you see, I still have orange left over. And you're welcome to use it all up if you want. So then I'm going to wrap the tail. So now I'm going to pull off those little bit of glue there, or double adhesive. And I'm going to start with my white. I'm going to push it in. And I'm just going to wrap around. And again, you'll have extra left over if you want, or you can use it all up. And there it goes off the table again. All right, I'm gonna call that good. So I'm gonna go ahead and trim my edge. I'm gonna take another one of these glue dots. I'm gonna stick it down. And I'm gonna attach it like so. Okay. So now the next step is we're gonna add our eyes and noses and feet. So with the fox, you've got two little paws, a nose, and you have different sizes of the googly eyes. The larger ones, oh, and the hearts for the ears. The larger googly eyes are your fox's eyes. So you should still have 3 googly eyes left. Another thing you can do with these glue dots, which is nice, and is that they do separate out into individual. So you can kind of peel it back and just use the one. So then I'm gonna go ahead and put my googly eye, oops, on that glue dot. And kind of pull off my backing and go ahead and put it where I want it. Go ahead and just set these there. My little nose will go right about there, and my paws will go about here. So then I'm gonna get my next googly eye, or wiggly eye, whatever you like to call them. And I'm gonna attach that there. With the nose is a little bit smaller than these glue dots, so you will kind of need to, you can put that on and then kind of roll those edges a little bit to kind of get it. I will say these glue dots do hold on to things pretty well. There we go. And grab a glue dot for my ears. Like so. And I'll need 3 more, one for the other ear and the 2 paws. Oops. There we go. Okay. And I'll grab my 2 paws. Okay. And there is your fox. So I'm going to stop this one and then start up a new one as I walk you through the other 2.